Hi, Angela. Oh, I have changed some setting of your files, including the Rhino file and also the Grasshopper file. So please make sure you're using this one to do your customize and the modifications. And also here I have do some change about your layer setting. So actually, if you want, if your computer is powerful enough, you can using the rendering mode to do your final. So I think it will looks better compared to the original one. But also, if your computer is not powerful enough, you can using uh, the shady mode here. Okay, because I already turned off the wireframe on the surface, and I think for now it looks better. Okay, so let's check out what I have done for you. And so let's go to the perspective view here. Here is the things. I have set one background image, and for now this background image, the color of the background will change based on the voice. Once you increase the volume, probably it will change into blue color, and if you lower down your volume, probably it will become red or yellow color. So it's based on the frequency and the volume of the voice. And also here about the cloud and the rain, probably I already organized a little bit. So for now, you don't have to turn your file upside down. Okay, that's very important because I think an upside down camera is look a little bit weird and really hard to manipulate. Okay, so here is the organize. The cloud basically is the one which I store the cloud, and the rain is the one which I storage the curve which we're using to generate on the falling rainwater. And the blue rain and the pink rain basically is the model which you've done before. So I still put them, I still keep them, but put in them in the layer so you can use this one to control and organize your file. And the background is the one which I use to put the background color. But for now, I have already put this one into Grasshopper. So even I turn off this one, still you can see there is a plan existed inside your model. Okay. And also, before we do, for all of you, not only for Angela, but also for Yu and Lord Sam, Grand Liu, and Boneset Wing, when you are going to do the recording, for sure you don't want to see the little grid plan in the center of your file. So there's a way to turn off your file. Let's go to the option here and grid. This one named grid, but for now it shows up as Chinese. But if you use the English version, I think it's pretty much the same in the same locations. Okay, so make sure you go here and you can turn off this one. Display grid, display axis. You can just uncheck all this button so that you can turn off the grid and looks way more clean for your screen. Okay, so let's check out what I do inside the script. I organized a little bit for this script, and basically I think the structure of this one is pretty much the same one, just like the ocean one, which we have done before in the last week. So this part is still the sound captures, and this part is the curve, which means this one, the rain curve, which we use to create the falling water. Okay, we use this one as the base, divide this curve into several different points and move the points so create the ocean wave effect. And now we are going to use this one to create falling water. Okay, so I think actually it's pretty much the same thing, and the key is about here. Okay, this one is the one which we use the curve, this one, the base curve, to generate the divide points, just like here. Now we have divided this curve into 6 sections. So now it generates around, I think, 7 points on the curve. Okay, and we use these 7 points to create the falling water. How can we do that? I would say just moving that. We can use move component to move the point from the top to down. So it will create some kind of a track, like a trail of the falling water. So it looks like exactly like the falling water, like kind of rain effect. Okay, but if we just use lens one, it will looks very still. All the moving distance will be looks same. So we use the sun data, the sun environment data to 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 move to design the the distance of the moving water. So for now, if I increase the value, probably the point will move more. If I decrease the value, the point will move a little bit less. So that's the logic of this one. Okay, and also I use this one to create some kind of randomness because I hope, of course, it's supposed to response the value of the sum, but meanwhile, I hope it can have some kind of chaotic inside. So I use this randomness to use the multiply to multiply with the sun environment data, so it becomes a random number, but basically still follow the value of the sun environment. So now it becomes a randomized data. We can use this one to move in the points. Okay, and for moving points, it's just points. Okay, so if you want to make this one, for now it just looks like this. It's just moving point. So how can we make this one become like some kind of falling water with the trails? So we can use the endpoint line. We can use a line for the start point is the curve point here, 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 and end point will be the moving point. Okay, here, 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 and here. Okay, so just connect these two things together, it will become our falling rain, just like this. Okay, so that's the logic. We don't have to use in the ocean because the ocean is more like a spectrum, but actually the logic is pretty much the same things. We just divide the curve and move it and connect all of them together. But in the ocean wave case, it's about horizontal connections. And in this time, we are going to be using vertical connect this one and this one. Okay, so since for now we have the curve, the next part is about to coloring that one. So I think for now the idea is pretty much the same, so we don't have to explain that again. But because the line doesn't seem very clear, so I'm using a pipe component to generate a pipe on the uh, on the curve trail, so it could looks more clear. And the radius for now is 0.05. Okay. And for the background, how can we make the background change while we are using the voice, while we are receiving the voice? Actually, it's pretty much easy. Now this is the background surface. Okay, this is the background surface, and we can use this background surface, connect this one with another custom preview, and use another gradient wheel, gradient color material to coloring this surface. And still, because I want this one, the coloring could be changed based on the value of the sum, so we can use the same lower limit and the upper limit. And also for for this one, the parameter one, still we can use the length of the pipe. Okay, but for the final, don't forget to connect the surface to the geometry preview and to the custom preview so that it will change the color for you. Alright, so that's the logic of this one, and you can play around with this one or do some customizations. So let's try out. Okay, let's choose a song and play this one. Alright, so here is the script. I just explained all the function to you, and make sure we start the recording. Okay, and before we go to start the record, I prefer to use this one, the OCAN. You can download this one for free. So I would say this one is very powerful and also very easy to use. Okay, and then let's smaller the size of the grasshopper panel. Okay, and then don't forget to use full screen so that you can get the maximum resolution based on your screen. I think probably at this one for now is around 2K size. It's quite enough. Okay. And I don't want to use this scene. I have already set up a new scene for that. So I'd like to go to the setting camera. Oh, sorry. Setting view, front view. Okay. So let's play the song. And also, I would say for the curve, I have to close the curve, which means the ramp part. I don't want to see that. Alright, so for now, we can start to do the recording. Full screen, and play your music. Alright, I think that's all. And you can download the script and file in my cloud drive, in my Google Drive, okay? Enjoy this one.